Welcome to the Which Way Do You Eat Your Banana series of personal and management development audio guides. To subscribe or download episodes, visit www.think.gb.com.
Hello, it's Gavin. This is actually the final podcast on Myers Briggs. I've decided to combine thinking and feeling and judging and perceiving together. It's an ENTP thing. I had plans, but I changed them as I went along. So just a little recap. We've been through extroversion and introversion. So if you're choosing letters, that would be E or I. This is how you get your energy. Extroverts tend to get their energy from the world around them. Introverts tend to get their energy from inside. And then we've been through sensing and intuition. If you're sensing, that will be an S. And if you're intuition, that will be an N. Sensing people tend to see the detail. Intuitives tend to see the bigger picture. And so on to the last two parts. How you make decisions, which is thinking or feeling. Thinking, you'll have the letter T, and feeling, you'll have the letter F. And then finally, how you structure your world. That would be judging or perceiving. Judging people would have a letter J, and perceivers would have the letter P. Now, the mathematicians amongst you would have realized there are 16 possible combinations of those letters. My four letters happen to be ENTP. You could be an ISTJ, ESFJ, etc., etc. Now, there are about, 4 to 6 billion people in the world, and 16 possible personality types. That seems quite a squeeze. Now, I've only worked with about 4,000 people, and from my experience, about 95% of them would go, blimey, that's just like me. And you'll get the odd percent who are very cynical or it just doesn't work for them, which is fine. But for most people, they'll either find their type or they'll find two types which are quite similar and they're comfortable with. Now, for me, Myers Briggs is a very positive instrument. It doesn't offend anything else you'll be learning. So if you're doing NLP, that's fine. It fits into that. You'll notice that chunking up and chunking down is very similar to sensing and intuition. For me, if you can understand yourself a bit better, it makes understanding others so much easier. And when I first did Myers Briggs, I seriously did used to think I was slightly odd and mad. And then when I found out I was an ENTP and read what that meant, I was unbelievably relieved, and it gave me a chance to go and do what I was great at, but also to be flexible with my shadow sides or the things I'm not so good at. So, time to hand over to me back at that conference in that raw and unplugged way. I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, take care. See ya. The audience are asked to look at preferences for thinking and feeling, and if possible, to make a choice. Those with a preference for thinking tend to be analytical, use cause and effect in reasoning, and like to solve problems with logic. They tend to be tough-minded. Those with a preference for feeling tend to be more empathetic and guided by their personal values, more compassionate, and may appear more tender-hearted.